Ladies and gents, we've got Aurore on Zoom. I've been very bad at pronouncing that. It's very hard for me. But she's here. She's just finished her 12 weeks on the coaching program, and she's achieved a great result. She's going to tell us more about what's actually gone on. Over to you.
Thank you, Gav. Yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible journey, I have to say, these 12 weeks. First time ever in my life where I had I would say a diet where I didn't feel frustrated, I didn't feel hungry, I didn't want to kill everybody around me. And it's actually, it just works. It's an incredible method. So I lost 7.5 kilos, built a lot of muscle in the same time. I mean, the shape of my body completely changed. It's like I can almost fit in my clothing before my 3 kids, which is 23 years ago. So it's really amazing. I'm very impressed of basically all that has been possible to achieve. And obviously, since COVID, I did change a lot of my habits. Definitely bad food, less sport, and a bit more wine. So definitely quite bad. And, you know, I just had to change that and come back to something more normal. But I know I would not have been able to do it on my own, that's for sure. So I decided to join your program, Gav, because I really liked your video on internet, LinkedIn, YouTube as well. And honestly, I love the energy that was in the message. And yeah, I mean, I knew I needed to have somebody with me to do that. That was just not possible to do it by myself. So what I really liked and I'm really going to take with me and keep on doing, by the way, is really consistency, ownership and responsibility. So at the beginning of the program, it's really you and Adam who's coaching as well with you. You're here, you give great advice to really, I would say, get this thing started to really help us understand how the program is going to work. And I have to say, big eye opener for me was really the fact that I was not eating enough protein. That was for sure. That has been my whole life long. So basically, I would feel hungry because I would not eat enough protein and I would eat too much carbs. Okay, so now I got it. Message clear. I hope everybody gets this message.
So what changed? So if I can ask you a quick question, this is amazing. 7.5 kilos is fantastic. What was the actual starting weight and how much do you weigh now? How many kilos were you and what's your finish weight now?
So it was 70.1 kilo and I'm at 62.5 now. And it's just like so easy that I know I can go on doing exactly what I've done. Yeah. I will just miss you guys on the Monday evening for sure.
But what do you think has changed? What do you think was different about this? Because there's a lot of guys that do this, and you know, but you've tried different things. What stood out for you? What was the bit that made you stick to this? And you said in the beginning you never felt like it was a diet. That's really important for other people. What was the bit that stood out for you within the program?
Well, I think first of all, it's super well organized. So we really get guidelines of what we should be doing. If we need help, it's easy to just send you an email, get an answer. Then we have this one-on-one calls as well with you and with Adam. And then there's this weekly call with the team, with the rest of the people during the course as well. So it's super interesting because you have the new joiners, then you have the ones who've been in the program for a couple of weeks, some months, and everybody is like super nice to each other. There is great exchange. Basically, we help each other. We give like tips and ideas, and of course, you guys, you know, the coach are here as well, you know, to help us and give us advice, but as well the other people from the group. So it's like you have the feeling you're belonging to this group. And during the week, when you're, you know, sometimes looking at something, well, you know, I might be having an extra glass of wine, or maybe I feel like I would like to eat something like French fries or whatever. Then you go like, okay, you know, we're all in this together. You know, it's going to be okay. I'm going to have great results. And then I'm going to be proud to be able to show this great result on a Monday evening call. So I think this is extremely strong. And it's an incredible help in a way, even if people are not here. I mean, your clients are from all over the world. It's absolutely amazing. People from America, Europe, some as well in Africa. Really amazing. And everybody is motivated and people are nice and kind to each other. So it's really have the feeling of being in all this together. And of course, we are accountable, because we say, I'm going to lose this, I'm going to do this number of exercise, I'm going to stick to this number of calories. And we know we're all in this all together. So it's not you on your own trying to do that and achieve the result. It's really, it's a group, it's a team. I mean, it's a team achievement. So it's really fantastic. I really loved it.
Oh, that's amazing. It was so great to hear these words. I knew that you were happy. So, but what if someone was thinking of coming on board? Because I speak to a lot of people, and as you know, quite a few join. But if I'm honest, more people don't join. And it's usually because of maybe they don't really understand how the program is going to work, or maybe they don't trust themselves to get the result. What would you say to a potential newbie coming on if they were thinking of joining? What would your advice to them be?
It's easy. It's easy to do because you get the support, you get, not only the weekly call, but you have all the modules that you're receiving via internet. It's super easy. You have a lot. It's not only help about diet and how to eat properly. It's as well a lot of I would say personal development help as well. It's a lot of advice, good advice to sleep better, to basically take care. It's not only on the food you're eating, but as well everything you have in your mind and the way you behave, in your day, and it helps as well to ask ourselves maybe the right question. So am I really concentrating on the right thing I want to do in my life? And I think it's a big change. We're not only talking about food, we're not only looking at how much we eat and is the balance between protein, carbs and fats the good one. Obviously it's important, but we always have on the modules that you're sending every week, and several sometimes over the week, and there we can have a lot of personal developments, and it really helps because it's not only concentrating on food and maybe putting pressure on the food part. So I think it's really fantastic what you've put together, and then we have you and Adam, and you guys are very different one from the other, which is quite interesting. So you're all bringing something different into the exchange that we're having together, and plus the other people as well. So yeah, it's quite cool. And I have to say, I hate cardio exercises. I never like to do that. And I've been so happy to discover that working more on muscle and it just works fine. And actually, I really loved it. So maybe a lot of people have the idea that, if you go on a diet, then you need to run 1 hour per day or do something like that. And which can be, on top of looking at the food you're eating, putting maybe too much pressure. But anyway, it just helps breathe better, sleep better, and I think it's a life changer, and it's easy, and I'm gonna go on doing it because it's easy. So first time ever in my whole life, I tried something that's easy to keep doing. So I'm not afraid that I'm gonna put on more weight than I've just lost. I know it's not going to happen.
You've got the tools to change this anytime. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, this is probably the best words I've heard from anyone before. It's fantastic. I have to make sure I send you the check in the post. I'm only joking. But final question, because I know you're a busy lady. It's a big investment to join the coaching. Would you say it was a worthwhile investment? Has it been money well spent?
From my point of view, for sure, it's absolutely clear. Well, and of course, it definitely depends of how much money people can put in the program. But I'm sure you adapt it as well to what the people are doing and how much they can spend. From my point of view, it's been an incredible investment, and the return investment. I see it every day. I'm not saying I was so I didn't have that much weight to lose, but still, I didn't feel how basically uncomfortable I did start to be in my body and in my clothing. And the way I see now, I'm put on much more sexy pants or skirts or dress, and everybody around me will say, "Oh, what have you done?"
What's the final? So you now where you are, 7.5 kilos down. What is the final? Any more weight to take off, or are you happy where you are?
Well, I think I'll go on taking down probably a 1.5, maybe 2 more. But I mean, you know, it's like
So it's been a
I'm
great
going to
result
be
for you.
reasonable,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, exactly. But most important is really just to keep on, you know, eating better and making sure I have enough protein, making sure I sleep enough. And by the way, my whole family as well started to lose a bit of weight as well, because obviously looking at the way I eat, obviously my husband, my daughters, and the other clients as well, they all said that, you know, it's not only basically the person who does the group coaching who then
It's a knock-on
exactly.
effect, isn't it? Yeah, the knock-on effects. Fantastic.
Exactly. So that's why I say it's quite interesting in terms of spending the money, because you know you're spending it for you and as well for the people you're living with. So it helps as well.
Awesome. Well, Aurore, I appreciate you being in the group. It's been fantastic having you for the last 12 weeks. I wish you all the best for the future. I know that you can maintain this result wherever you want, but if things go horribly wrong, please come back and see me. They won't. I know they won't. So this is the only time in my job where I actually say, I hope I don't see you again in the group. But obviously we will keep in touch. So I appreciate you being in the group. So thanks for everything, and thanks for this amazing testimonial. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Guy, for your help. And thanks, Adam, as well, for me, please.